Hello everybody. Today I'm just going to be taking you through some three-phase motors here. So we have two 12 leads here, our disconnects right here, ready to go. And then we also have a 9 lead right here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take you guys through a 9 lead motor, and I'm going to show you how all that's wired. So let's start with the line side. See the L1 right there, which goes to T1? That is this one right here. Okay, and then you have your second there, which is T2, which is L2, which we're going to go ahead and go with this one right here. And then your third is going to be L3, which is T3, which is brown, which it won't matter because we're going to check our rotation, and I'll get into that in a second. But let's finish showing you how this is wired first. And see right here on your high voltage, right there, so you have 4 and 7. Which those two are just going to get wire nutted together right there. And then if you come up here, see right there, you have T5 and T8. Those two, they just go together right there, just like that. You just wire nut them together. And then your last one right there is going to be 6 and 9. And those two just go together like that. So there you go. All those go together on 480. This is 480 volt that we're wiring for. And then right here, you have your 3 leads. So you figure you have brown, orange, and yellow. So when you install your motor, you just, if your rotation is wrong, always check your rotation, you just reverse any 2 leads on 3-phase, and that's how you get the correct rotation on that. So basically, see right here, you have 208 and then you have 480 on your nameplate. You could come up here and look at it, 208, 480 RPMs. It'll tell you the horsepower, and then it'll tell you how many amps this motor's pulling also on 208 or 480. So that's it. That's pretty much how you wire those. And the 12 leads, I'll get into these 2 motors. I'll show you guys how to wire these. And you just have more options on these on a 12 lead. And they're a lot of guys might get intimidated by the 12 leads, but they're easy. They're really easy to wire. And I'll show you on that how to wire that. So let's get over to the disconnect, which this is a 30 amp. These are cool little disconnects. I really like these 30 amp. So these are cool 3-phase disconnect. So on your top here, you have line, which is brown, orange, and yellow. And then on your load side, brown, orange, yellow on your bottom there. See that right there? So you have line, and then you have load. And then our ground coming in right here. Here's our line right here. And then here's our load going out right here on our ground. This little bar right here just links them inside on our ground. And that's it. These are 30 amp disconnects. These are pretty cool. I really like these because confined spaces. And another thing to remember on your KOs, when you punch these boxes, remember always put them on the bottom, because if you do put them in the top, you can get water in there, and then once you install this, you don't want any water getting inside this enclosure. You want this to be a totally dry enclosure, otherwise you'll have problems down the road. And right here, I want to show you last but not least, your line side right here, brown, orange, yellow, these go to a motor control right here. So I was just showing you guys that. And in my next video, I'm going to show you how motor controls work and how to go through them and troubleshoot them, and everything with the motor control. And further down the road, we'll get into VFDs. I'll do a VFD install, and I'll show you how to do all that. So this is just a basic motor, 480 volt, 3-phase wiring. So I'm just showing you how the basics are on this. And just remember, you know, whenever you get into a disconnect, more so in maintenance, you always want to confirm your voltage, because sometimes I get into disconnects, I'm like, they'll use any wire they have, black, 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 red, 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 they'll use green. And then you have, you know, older buildings especially, but, you know, if you look at a motor control, when you turn it off, you know what it is. But I just always confirm my voltages to be safe. And of course, you know, always lock out, tag out for safety reasons. You always lock out your equipment before you work on anything. Make sure it's de-energized always before you work on any equipment, just for safety, you know. And anything else I can suggest, that's pretty much it. A couple little tips there, you know, on your rotation, and then always check your voltage, you know. And hope you guys like these videos I'm starting to put on here. I'm putting a little more commercial on my channel, and subscribe and like if you do, and have a good day, guys. Thanks. Bye.